And we should be live right now. Hey, hello, fellow pirates. We have an OPLA Banquet again today. I hope you can see everything. Let me just check. Yes. It works. Perfect. So we have guests today and maybe some joyous guests. Let's see. But let's jump right into our guests today. We have these lovely people here. So, hello, people. Yeah, let's go through all of you, and everybody can introduce themselves. Let's start with the smallest creator here, Kusorando. Yes. Uh, no, you're living in the future again. So, so yeah, for everybody who doesn't get the context, he's the one with the Christmas theory. So, yeah. Or yeah. Bro. Okay, Lucas, where can we find you? Yeah. Woo woo. Subscribe to Chunk Records as well, of course. That link doesn't work right now, but let me try the SO command. SO Chunk Records OP is the thing. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, head right into Martin. Yeah. Oh. Oh. I think. Let me just check. Why? Why? Oh no. Test.
Is it just me, or is everyone?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It was
language
okay.
of the gods.
Whew, okay, it was my fault. I'm so sorry that you must go through this again, guys. But hey, lovely people, these are the guests. Thank you, Pork Chops and Rice. Pork Chops. Thank you, Noah. But yeah, let's head right into our first guest today. It's Kusorando.
Oh,
The
man.
Christmas theory, guys. Sorry, Kuso, sorry.
You're gonna make me go through it again?
Yeah, sorry.
Alright.
But they didn't hurt
What
you
did I
at
say?
all three of you,
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's all good. So let's
Just
see.
make it quick.
I said Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's Eve. I said I have a 1.5 hour video which states that One Piece is a Christmas story. It's at about 3K views and I'm on 100 subs. So yep, if you want to check that video out, I would be forever grateful. But yeah, that's me.
Okay, perfect. I think now from the audio itself it should be fine. Let's see the chat. Does it work now, chat?
Yep.
So thank you, Noah, for saying it. Okay, perfect. Whew, Lucas, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hi, I'm Straw Hat Lucas, helmsman of The Last Ark. You can find me on TikTok at straw_hat_Lucas or on The Last Ark YouTube channel. I'm also a part of Junk Records. There's a new YouTube channel for that you can go subscribe to as well. And yeah, I'm very hyped for today.
Yes, and sorry, Marth, again, but you have to go through this as well.
This time? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm Stane Marth. The microphone quality is pretty bad because I'm still not home, so sorry for that. I'll try to talk as less as possible to not annoy you guys. I'm a One Piece content creator, like mainly theories, but I also occasionally make some other videos. And yeah, I'm glad to be here. Glad to get to know the other guys that I haven't met yet here. So yeah, excited for that.
Yeah, and I'm already saying Marth to Martin and otherwise. So sorry, Marty.
No problem. Hey guys, I'm Martin or Kirazu. I'm from the same city as Desnes, from Augsburg in Germany. And I own a card game store here. And Desnes invited me today to the stream. I'm very happy about this. Very nice to meet you all. We do a lot of One Piece tournaments at the card game store. I love the new One Piece TCG, and I have been a big One Piece fan for at least 14 years right now.
Awesome, thank you. So, heading right into Andy Lex, you're on the way home. I saw. Or just preparing. Cube, maybe.
Hey, Cube from the Last Ark, historian of the Last Ark, also the Red Insurgent of the Revolution Army, but that's a secret. And yeah, also a member of the Junk Records, and I'm very hyped for today's stream.
Awesome. I think yeah. Okay, so we are expecting some guests that hopping in later. Let's hope they will come or they can get in. And let's check the chat thing. Okay, now it should work. Okay, cool. I would start with, because we didn't do this we do this a long time ago. What is your opinion about the One Piece live action itself? We did this, I think, like in the first 3 episodes of the stream, but now many other people are in here, so let's try this at first, I think. So what are your basic opinion or the biggest or the best thing about the One Piece live action for you? Marth. Let's begin with Marth, with RTH. Okay, he can't right now, maybe, or not, or yes, or no. Okay, let's start with Cube then. Sorry.
So, oh wait, Marv is connected now. But anyways, honestly, my opinion on I like the live action. I think it did what it needed to do and even more. And I like the small changes they made because it makes season 2 even more interesting, you know, for a fan for almost 20 years, for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Quick thoughts, Lucas, the hype man.
I loved it. Loved every moment of it. It was amazing. I did have some gripes with some of the child actors, but that can't be helped. They're just kids. But other than that, I think they nailed it. I think they knocked it out of the park. And just like Cube said, with all the changes and stuff, I'm very excited to see where they take season 2.
Okay, perfect. Then I heard that Andy can talk now. If he really can, or Marv?
Yes, I can talk.
So you can still do your introduction. And what is your favorite thing about the One Piece live action?
Okay, well, like my introduction in general, I'm Andy Lex, Star Knight Andy Lex. I upload manga live reactions and One Piece theories onto YouTube. But yeah, make sure to check out my channel. And for thoughts on the live action show, yeah, I loved it. It's like like a dream come true. Like as a kid, I was a huge, like a little story, I was a huge Dragon Ball fan, still am. And then when they announced the live action movie back in like a while back, I was hyped AF. That was like a dream come true, but it was awful. But like fast forward to recently now, we got the same thing, but with the One Piece live action, and we got more content. We got it in a series, not like a 1 hour and a half movie. And yeah, it was great. Like it's like I don't know if it could have been like it's just as much as like just what I imagine it would be like. And I am so hyped for the next season. Before I said, like I'm really curious to see how they pull off Chopper, and like there's so much. Like I wonder what they're gonna to get, because there's a lot of stuff that happens before they get to Alabasta. So I wonder what they're gonna put into season 2, or how I'm really curious.
Okay, cool. Martin.
I really loved the show. Like I really loved it. On the day it came out, we met with like 11 people and we watched the whole show in one night. It really was a blast. And one thing I also really liked about the show airing was that, like I said, I own a card game store and I talk to a lot of people. And what I noticed is that a lot of people came to One Piece because of the live action. People who never watched the anime before or the manga, and I just love it that a lot of new people know One Piece, right? Because of the live action.
Yeah. Many people joined the One Piece joined because of the One Piece live action, and every iteration of One Piece is essentially a entry point to the series, even if just the video games are entry points as well. With the One Piece Odyssey, I saw many people playing the game without even knowing One Piece, so it's a win-win, I guess. And heading to Kuzo.
I've been a fan of One Piece for over 20 years, so I was quite skeptical coming in, just because I've been burnt too many times with other live action adaptations. But when I saw the passion of the actors and just how invested they were into this project, I was suddenly like, yeah, this is amazing. I'm totally in, and I was 100% in from there. So I think my favorite part about the live action were the actors and the cast and the crew.
Amazing. Yeah, really. Especially Inaki was so great. I can't put it in words, really.
Oh my god, yeah.
And
Just all
let's
the
head.
extra stuff on YouTube as well.
Yeah, and how much work they put into that. And yeah, heading right into topic 2, I guess, with our One Piece live action hot takes. I must throw in for Tanuki. She said I must say that Buggy was sexy and stuff, but I must totally agree with that Buggy was so great in the live action that it really translated into memes and so many people loving Buggy from just the live action. It was so amazing that Buggy got really highlighted in there with so many appearances. Does somebody of you have hot takes, Lucas?
Hottest take for me from the live action, it didn't bother me that much that they cut out Choo Choo's stuff. Like I know it's a very important part of Orangetown arc with the overarching theme of treasure and everything, but I don't know if it would have translated as well into live action. So even marking him down to a cameo, that was fine by me. And I know a lot of people were upset about it.
Yeah. Marv, if you want to just hop in on any topic, just hop in, okay? So
Oh, yeah,
just
sure.
that you okay. So when you can talk, just talk after a person, okay?
Yeah, I will totally interrupt. Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
yeah.
I would like to add something that I really liked about it. How do you say it? The style, like the way how the characters are dressed. I loved how they got actual outfits from like the cover stories or like the color panels from the manga.
Yes.
And like the anime. Like it was, oh my god, that was so good. I really liked the creativity they did with that. Like we literally brought them to life, the outfits and all that.
They essentially called the One Piece color walks Bibles for the costume designers, and it isn't something for a new One Piece fan or something like that. It's just for the fans, and I love it. Also, it shows the drip of the straw hats and what Oda took with the characters and such over the years.
I
Yeah.
love his style. I don't know if he looks like actual like fashion magazines or he gets help, but he really comes up with cool styles. Like I really like.
I think he looks into fashion magazines because there are some people from fashion magazines that got into One Piece from their facial features.
Oh,
Like
okay.
who's the rope guy called? You guys will know.
Ollie.
Polly, yeah.
Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's from he's a model from a magazine as well, and he just took the same design and put it into One Piece essentially with the same jacket and all. Cube. One Piece live action hot take.
My hot take is I think that Don Krieg spent way too much on screen, but that's okay. Is because he's my least favorite villain. So for me, I think it was one of the best thing was Don Krieg had what 28 seconds. I would have preferred 15, but it's okay. We can always win.
I feel like he was one of the things that got cut from the live action, and they had the costume and stuff already made, so they put it in any way, in any shape or form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they had to cut out 2 episodes, what they originally planned, and yeah, I guess that was one of the cutting things. That's why. But maybe because they already did this with including things that got only later in the manga and including this in the East Blue, maybe they're making such a thing like including him later in flashbacks where he wouldn't be originally. You know what I mean? So maybe it's more connected like that, and we get more Krieg stuff in the future. For the lack of,
it's okay.
of him.
It's okay. We can have a newspaper article about it. We don't need to have a flashback of Don Krieg.
Yeah.
Speaking of villains, but for the next season, when because I know we're gonna get to Drum Kingdom. Do you think they might actually throw Blackbeard in when we get to Drum Kingdom? Like, because he was mentioned, like he was there before the Straw Hats got there. I wonder if they could maybe do something with the live action where we get to actually see Blackbeard earlier. Maybe the Straw Hats don't, but like us, the audience, will see him leaving Drum, or I don't know. Maybe we'll get something like that.
I would love to see him as the same treatment as Dragon, just as a silhouette from behind. But so they can cast the right person for it and stuff. But I think we see more Ace and less Blackbeard. I don't know what your opinions about this is, but
oh yeah, Ace. Yeah, it'll be cool if they actually cast Ace and have him on second season. That'd be awesome too, or both.
I mean, he will be in the second season because of Alabasta anyway, right?
But
yeah.
If they finish Alabasta second, but yeah.
But earlier would be cool.
Yeah.
Martin.
I have a very big hot take.
Oh.
And I think that the Shellstown arc, the first episode of the series, had a better story than the manga and the anime.
Ooh.
Considering that it was a live action. So I think that the first episode of any series has to be to hit hard. And I think they nailed it. It had a lot of content. It was very fast. And I just looked up that the Shellstown arc in the manga was 7 chapters. It's a different, like manga's different than as a TV show. So they needed to make things fast, and I think that made it much more adventurous and more hyped.
Yeah.
I like the story more than in the manga.
Yeah. Also, in every TV show, you need to foreshadow things that will happen later, so everybody gets the feeling of what the show will be with just one episode. It's a completely different medium, so the approach is different. Totally right.
Yeah.
And I think I can totally agree with the One Piece live action being even better than the anime. Not better than the manga, I don't say that, but even better than the anime in terms of pacing and showing off what One Piece can do in the beginning. And
I just wanted to say that the Shellstown arc I liked more in the live action than in the manga.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the anime covers like a quarter or part of like a half or a quarter of a manga chapter. The live action covers a lot more. Like we get better pacing.
I think what I also liked about it is that I always like it when the Straw Hats kind of fight together, kind of synchronize, and that
Yeah.
we actually saw that in Shellstown when Zoro finally joins in. He was gonna like leave the game. He's like, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna fight for these guys.
Yeah. Kuso.
My
Your
hot
hot take.
take. I guess riffing off of Martin, I quite like the scene where we see Luffy's arm stretch for the first time as a kid.
Hmm.
And it was a bit more of a serious tone than in the manga, where it was kind of like it was a bit more of a comedy. And like when Shanks goes, Luffy, what have you done? Like that hit quite differently. And even when he kind of like flew back because he Shanks let go of his arm and he kind of like tumbled down on the ground and stuff, I thought that was really nice touch and felt a bit more realistic.
Ooh.
What I didn't like though is Shanks's hat. It didn't fit him. I wished that, like with Lord of the Rings, they had different sizes for the straw hats,
Hmm.
and they just made it a little bit bigger, just a little bit bigger for Shanks because it just felt like a bit like cosplay maybe. But yeah,
So,
that's just me.
so in my understanding, they had 8 different Straw Hats for filming, and one of them was already bigger for Shanks.
Was it really? Oh man.
But I don't know if anything happened to that, and that's why he had a smaller one, and they must go with that or something like that. I don't.
Because it looks
They-
great on Iñaki, right? Like it looks
Yeah.
perfect on Iñaki, but on Shanks it just looks tiny.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Maybe it is
it's interesting.
because they had to use the same straw hat for Shanks and Inaki. So it fit Inaki very good, but not Shanks, but it was the same straw hat.
Yeah, but then in film production, you often see people sort
Yeah,
of
they
changing
could
it up
change
with Lord of
it,
the Rings.
yes.
Yeah, but I agree. Yeah,
It's like the whole "how does Big Mom sleep with other people" conversation.
dude.
It's the
Hey,
same
my
thing.
favorite conversation.
Yeah, my bedtime stories.
No, the real question is Toki and Odin. That's the real question. There's like a huge size difference.
I mean, his sword did shrink for Zoro, so maybe it can also shrink for.
Oh yeah, one thing that I always think of is like since Toki and Odin were on Roger's ship, like did the other crew hear them? Like they
So-
must have been busy. They must
I didn't make it clear in the beginning, but sorry guys, but yeah, spoiler warning.
Oh, that's what you meant.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
I was.
So
No, totally okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah, sorry,
didn't clear
totally
it out,
forgot.
but essentially we try to keep it spoiler free on the OPLA Banquet as best as we can. But of course there
Of
will
course.
slip throughs and we will talk about things and maybe you can describe things that so it isn't that obvious and there are big things that would be big spoilers so we avoid them, but otherwise yeah, slip ups like that totally okay, but I didn't mention it so it's my fault. Totally
is
fine.
it
No,
is
I
it
totally
okay to like
forgot.
talk about what we would like? Because I kind of did a little bit already, like about
Yeah, no,
like the next upcoming arcs, but not big reveals, but like
characters,
yeah,
arc
characters coming
names
up.
that are not
Yeah.
these are not spoilers.
Okay,
Character
okay.
designs and names are not spoilers. The context is the most important thing when it comes to spoilers, I guess. And the big things like Donut and stuff, these are big spoilers, and we want to avoid that. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
No,
totally
I thought
okay.
Lucas just didn't like my.
Sorry. Yeah, but right back to the topic. Marth, can you talk? Are you here, Marth? I guess not. Question mark.
I don't think so.
Okay, let's head right into the next one. What do you think will be the hardest character to adapt for season 2? There are many of them that can be really hard, but please not pick Chopper because it's obvious that will be the hardest maybe. But I will throw a character in there and then you can add on to that and maybe we can get all of these characters. My opinion is that the hardest one to adapt into live action because it's a person and can't really be done 100% in CGI and stuff. It's Warpol because he can munch everything and transform and stuff like that. So I think Warpol could be very difficult to adapt. What is your opinion, Andylex?
That's a great question. Well, let me get the whole chopper because I'm always getting that in my head. I was thinking of let's see, there's the Baroque works. Maybe it'll be really interesting to see the Mr. I think it's Mr. Four, his weapon, the weapon he uses. I would love to see how they do that. Like, it's gonna be a CGI dog, or is it actually gonna be a dog? And then it goes into like, I'm really curious about how he uses his weapon.
Yeah.
And my bad if I set the number wrong. I think it's Mr. Four.
It's Mr. Four. It's Mr. Four.
It's
You're not
Mr.
Yeah.
wrong.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Good old babe.
Oh, also,
thi-
like how Usopp's gonna take that damage too if they're gonna show all, because he took a beating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucas.
Mine is actually right there with Andy's. It's Miss Berry Christmas. It'll be the first time we see her and Dalton specifically. It'll
Yeah.
be the first time, just to like lightly say, but it's gonna be the first time we see those types of devil fruits done.
Yeah.
Chopper is obviously a special case because of the way he is. I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm really intrigued how they do the different forms of those types of devil fruits.
Yeah. Kuzo.
I think Little Garden, the big boys. I think that
Oh,
would be really
yes.
interesting. We talked a little bit. We talked a little bit about it in the last banquet as well, where it would be really nice if they play with the frame rates and different camera angles and stuff as well. And hopefully they'll pick up a couple of things from Lord of the Rings as well. From Weta Studios. I think that would be really cool. But I think the hardest character, for another reason, will be Mr. Two. Because I don't know what direction they're going to take it, but if you remove him, obviously there's going to be an uproar. If you change him at all, there will also be an uproar. And if you stay true to the OG, that's probably also going to cause an uproar.
I personally think like he's really important to the plot, like even for the future. Like, I don't know. I feel like they can't take out Mr. Two. I mean, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that will cause the biggest problem if they get rid of him, because he is such an amazing character.
Well, with Mr. Two, the thing with Bon Clay is they have to cast correctly for it, and I think that's kind of what Andy's saying as well. Because if you go with a gender fluid actor and they're presenting one sex more naturally, some people might complain. If you go with a drag queen or something like that, some people are going to complain. So it's going to be hard for them to find that happy medium for how they portray the Okama in general. Because you also have Ivankov later on. Like, how do you portray Ivankov? They are a being who represents every bit of both sides of gender, or every side of gender. Allow me to correct myself. So, like, how do you cast that character? So, yeah, I like. I see what you're saying, Andy, entirely.
I think also in Japan we have a big sort of culture of, like drag queens and stuff, and I think Oda's definitely playing on that. But I wonder if some of it could be a little bit lost in translation. But sorry, Marth, what were you going to say?
Sorry, I just have a moment. My take would be on Pell, actually. Like, I mean, I think that they will be a bit able to do so much with CGI, but to make Pell look actually like the way he looks, I'm very interested to see how this is gonna be, if he's even in there. But I guess they cannot cut him out.
Yeah. On the topic of the whole Nakama thing and Ivankov, and can you hear me? You are so silent right now.
Yeah, we're
okay. On the whole topic
Yeah, I was asking the
of
same.
Nakama and Bon and Bon Curry, I think the best way to look how they can do it is to look at the Rocky Horror Picture Show of the newest iterations of that, because they already got through this whole conversation to display people that are diverse without insulting anybody. You know what I mean? So and the cast is very diverse of the musical. So I would guess they would go it the same way and make all of them very diverse, so everybody's included in the Nakama way, in that side of thing. And yeah, but it's difficult nonetheless. The only way that everybody would agree on, if you cast Jim Carrey for it, would be the only way that everybody would agree on.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, how amazing would that be?
Yeah.
It kind of possible. If Jim Carrey's willing to do Dr. Robotnik and Sonic, like maybe he
Ooh.
you never know. Like he could if they fight. If he, I don't know if he knows. If he might be flattered with the inspiration that Oda
Yeah.
got from.
So,
yeah, maybe
yeah.
he'd be willing to.
I think he retired though after Sonic 2. He retired from acting for
He-
a little bit.
He does.
Oh yeah.
He appears in Sonic 3, as I heard of, but I'm not sure 100%.
Yeah.
GB!
GB is joining here. GB.
GB.
Hi,
Hey there.
Whoa.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. I'm not sure. Hi. Hi. I'm not sure if you. Hey,
We can hear you.
can y'all hear me at all?
Yes.
Yeah, we can all hear you. Sorry.
Okay, awesome. So I'm not exactly sure I'm gonna be able to stay that long, but since I was hearing about the conversation about like the queer characters and like Banquet and Eva, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to hop on. I mean, I feel like that's the kind of stuff I should have maybe thought about a bit more. But I'm gonna be completely honest, there is absolutely no way to me to make everybody happy
Yeah.
about those type of characters in the same way that, like the manga readers all kind of collectively love those characters. There's just no way to match that because Oda does queer characters in such a way that is in such a unique way, right? Like it's if you don't really understand his work and where he's coming from, you could almost see some of those characters are as being offensive, like especially very early on, it's kind of like, stereotypical and all of this, but at the same time, the representation in those characters are so positive, and also it gets better with time. So like you kind of understand where he's coming from, especially for like a man of his generation, in Japan, especially like that's pretty amazing. And it's kind of you don't really see that type of representation anywhere else almost in shonen manga, right?
Yeah.
But so because of the fact that it's kind of portrayed in a humoristic way, it appeases like it kind of pleases also the people who might be a little bit more on like the queer phobic side of things because they don't have to take the characters entirely seriously, if this makes any sense. But the thing is that when they're going to be adapting this, they're going to be embracing, I mean, they have to do this. They're going to be embracing some part of the actual queer culture, and they're going
Yeah.
to go through it in that sort of way. So because of this, they're going like I feel like some fans are going to be actually met with the fact that those characters are unambiguously queer. Like this is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because some people try to kind of pretend like they're not. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they take it like as if it's entirely a joke when it's not. And so I feel like people are just going for the first time they're going to be like, "Oh, yeah, that's what this is about." And I feel like this is going to make some people unhappy because for some I don't know like how this is possible, but there are so many bigoted One Piece fans for some reason, even though it's a story about liberation and, fighting discrimination and all of this. There's so many bigoted One Piece fans, and this was like we also like already saw this with the racism with season 1. And it's going to continue with the queerphobia next,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day,
That's
we it's better if we distance ourselves from those fans in the first place. So, oh yeah.
100%.
with that's why I almost suggested, like I said, I think best option would be because RuPaul has made it very culturally relevant in America, where
Yeah.
and this is a Western film production, for drag queens to be socially acceptable. That's why I think that would almost be like getting one of those types of performers to play Bon Clay would almost be one of the correct ways to do it. I don't want to say correct because, like you said, there's no correct way to do it. But okamas in Japanese culture are traditionally what we would think as Western audiences a drag queen is. So I feel like it'd be a happy medium, but like I said, and like you have stated, it's very hard because you're never not going to offend somebody. Like when Ivankov's character is introduced and they're switching willy-nilly through the genders, that's going to make some people upset. It's going to make probably some trans activists upset. It's probably going to make, this group of people upset or that group of people. And it's one of those hurdles that we kind of just have to deal with when we get there. But I agree with you 100%, GB. Like it's you're not going to be able to please everybody. But if people are going to be bigoted about it, do we really want them in the fan base in the first place?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Can I express my opinion on that real quick?
Yes.
Of course.
So I think they should just like portray these characters exactly as they are in the manga and just go for it and ignore all the noise that's negative, because the characters are great. Like they are awesome persons and they should be displayed just like that. And if someone has a problem with that, then they can just go away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with this because
Yeah.
One Piece is a story about freedom and about
Yeah.
dreams. So if someone doesn't like these concepts, probably One Piece is not the right story for them in the first place.
Yeah, totally
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
they have to do everything exactly as the manga, but I
No, me
100%
neither.
agree. I 100% agree that like we shouldn't change the characters because we're worried that people are going to get offended. You know, like everyone's saying, it's like if that's the reason we're changing it, then we shouldn't change it at all because yes,
Yeah.
like Martin says, the message behind One Piece is about connectivity and the unity of the world.
Yeah, in this way, I agree with the idea of not changing the stuff that that could make like bigoted people upset, but at the same time we also have to take into consideration that this was very early on One Piece, and that since then Oda has definitely learned more about queer people and how to do queer representation right. I feel
Yeah.
like, for example, Okiku
Totally
in
agree.
Wano is a great example of just stuff that has a little bit changed. And so there are small details that are definitely going to be, or jokes that might be completely erased, like, or because they can be misinterpreted or, be used against queer folks. Like, for example, this is later on, but for example, in Impel Down, Ivankov forcibly transitioning somebody.
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
this
Mm,
typically would be taken the wrong way, even though I don't doubt that Ivankov would turn back that person into male if they would tell her that they don't like it. But you know what I mean. Like that's the kind of stuff that would be taken the wrong way. So typically, I feel
yeah.
like they're going to be reconsidering certain jokes and certain factors, but hopefully they don't shy away from the queerness of the characters. Definitely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because that's what makes
It's
Bond
But you
Clay
said it.
Bond
You
Clay.
said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said it the best the first time you talked about it when you said
Yeah.
there are racist people, and you think about it, everyone all say that Arlen Park is the arc that changed a lot of for most people,
Yeah.
and then you have the people who have the balls to act racist towards other characters when everyone connects to Arlen Park, where it's like the first arc where we get deep root racism, like the consequence of racism to other people. When you don't deal with it, your internal issues. So yeah, so it's like for me, that's the thing is I don't want to ignore them, but it's just giving food to poison. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's feeding the fire. So that's why I was like, and that's why I feel like it won't be a problem. I'm more scared of arcs like Thriller Bark in the future, like the Absalom bath scenes or Sanji
Oh my
and
God.
Wano. Like
Oh.
yeah, those
Mm,
because the one thing between the Western and the Asian culture is the perviness is not the same.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more scared of.
which
The
is why we
perviness
have
in One
characters
Piece.
like Sanji in live action where they have toned it down a bit and made it a bit more suave.
We,
Yeah.
we,
Yeah,
we,
he's a
we prob-
gentleman now.
we probably won't see Cobra looking at his daughter shower or in the.
Oh no,
that is an integral scene, and it must be protected now.
Oh no.
that
It adds
is
later to the plot. It makes so much sense now.
Yeah,
no.
that's why what happened at the Reverie happened at the Reverie.
Yeah, the what? The thing about Absalom though, just a very quick tangent. I guess it's not related to season 2, but I feel like the perviness jokes and that is definitely going to be taken like removed, like just because it's not really it's not going to land well at all, and even
Mhm.
us, a lot of us are
But
uncomfortable while reading or watching that kind of stuff. But however, I feel like it's not the possibility of Aslam still being a character and doing things like weird things. I feel like there's still a chance that they're going to keep that in, but make it in a way that's more sensitive because Oda is able to talk about that kind of matter in a way that is more sensitive and like delicate and
Yeah.
like for example with the Boa sisters like flashback. It's some things are implied but not clearly said, and more currently with some things in the current flashback. I'm not going to spoil. Oda is able to talk about that kind of matter, and I feel like they might decide to touch on those difficult subjects, but just make it a bit more, sensitive and less a joke. Yeah.
Well, with
Yeah.
Absalom, with the potential in the live action medium, you could actually, and I hate to say it this way because it sounds like I'm defending that type of behavior, but I'm not. I promise. You could lean into it more to make it more effective, if that makes sense.
Well,
To make people
make-
As a
stand
yeah,
bad
tall even more.
behavior.
make
Yeah,
it a
yeah.
Yeah,
point.
it's
Yeah,
that
exactly.
bad behavior to make him more of a hated character, so that when
Yeah.
what happens to him does happen later in the story, it's
Yeah, exactly.
a little bit more rewarding.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that we must not forget that the live action is a Netflix production, and as far as I know, Netflix is very cautious with these kinds of
Yes.
topics.
Yes.
So I think on the
Well,
topic with
wasn't like
Banquet,
Hmm.
I haven't watched a lot of Netflix shows, I have to admit.
Okay.
But I think how they would, that's not what I want to see, but that is what I think could happen, is that they make Bon Clay like, you can notice that he's queer, but maybe
Mhm.
they just won't show it like all the time, like not that much in your face, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
he's not
more
gonna
of a
be like
subtle hint.
flamboyant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Also,
that's a possibility.
Also,
So-
like, let's not forget, like, remember in season 1, it was done. We didn't get that much of all the characters. Not like the anime or the manga where we got many chapters or many, like, Arlong he was maybe in 3 episodes, but he was in parts of those 3 episodes. He was not like in full moments. So it could be a thing that they can make it work, that they could represent Bonkai correctly. It won't be that long that they have a chance to mess it up as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah. So to
Just a quick
wrap it-
shout out to the fictional scholar and
Oh,
Cody
yeah.
in the chat as well.
Cody!
And terrible TJ.
fictional
Little
scholar.
garden.
The fictional scholar finally got to 1043, so congratulations on that.
Woo!
Oh yeah, yeah. I
She
saw that,
was
yeah,
slowly
congrats.
keeping up. Really
I
nice.
watched that video and I had literal goosebumps watching it.
Yeah,
Like her
yeah, me
reactions
as
were
well.
incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Also, shout out to Eduardo Soto. He's speaking Spanish in the chat. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? ¿Qué pasa contigo, mi hermano?
That was beautiful.
But we have many languages here. Maybe everybody want to say hi in their language.
Right?
We have French. We
Konnichiwa,
have German.
hajimemashite, kosorando desu.
Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour.
Hello.
Bonjour tout le monde. Attends, il y a des Français? What is happening?
Ouais, je suis français.
Oh,
J'habite en Belgique.
Let's go.
Let's
Je parle
go.
pas français.
Hold on. Cube, do you remember like 2 months ago, I was like, hey, I met this really nice French YouTuber and I wanted to introduce you to them? It's GB.
Yeah.
That's who I was
Oh,
talking
what?
about.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. That's so sweet.
Okay. Did I missed out Martin with the hot take?
Oh no.
Okay.
I said
And Cube?
something.
I didn't. My hot take. Basically, it's a very general hot take. I'm scared of not be able to recapitulate certain moments, like Laboon, understanding the importance of Laboon, the Chopper flashback. Yeah, because compared to season 1, there are more moments where it could be brief, like in flashbacks, and I'm just scared that they won't have enough time to encapsulate all of that. That's what I'm scared of.
Yeah.
I think this will definitely happen. They cut a lot of things from the first season,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
just don't think that it's possible to adapt everything from
Yeah.
the manga and the anime. I would love to see it, but I just think it's not possible.
So the only 2 things I don't want them to fail is the Chopper flashback, because I feel like It's one of the first
Yes, it's too
very
important.
very
Yes.
harsh harsh
Yes.
flashback, and the laboon because it's important for Solar Bark because it
I think that, like, in my opinion, what makes us all love One Piece the most are these emotional scenes.
Yeah.
And I think they just can't cut them. They are too important. Chopper's flashback, and what will there be in season 2 as well?
Laboon, like that has to
Vivi's
happen.
scene, Vivi's
Yeah.
goodbye. They just can't cut these things.
Yeah.
And I don't think they will because they've already done all the flashbacks for the Straw Hat members so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're only going to get more. They should only get more like screen time and episodes in the future. So they're going to cut like less things, hopefully.
Yeah. So, next topic, guys. Yeah, I knew it was the topic hot takes, and I knew that would take time. So,
Actually, it was the hardest character to adopt.
yeah, you're totally
Adapt-
right.
yeah,
But it was
yeah,
merged with
Yeah,
hot
they
takes. Yeah.
yeah.
Did I miss you on the hardest character to adapt then, Martin?
Just one thing I wanted to say. I think one character it would be nice if they adapted it right is Laboon. Not on the outside, how he looks, but on the inside. Because they're okay, I can't spoil everything, but you know what happens, and
Yeah.
like if they are on displays at Laboom, it just needs to look realistic, I think. Like where
I'm not.
when they first met Crocos and so on.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that kind of stuff because I feel like it has been done before. I don't want to like talk about certain movies in particular. This could be spoilerish. I guess this could
Yeah.
imply spoilers, but I've seen like some stuff being made. I feel like we shouldn't worry about
Yeah.
that.
Especially
Totally.
the movies that talk about that guy that looks a lot like Usopp, totally done before many times. Yeah. Topic. What's your favorite moment you look up to? They have to get it right in season 2, and everybody must pick another one. So I will pick the
Take first, me first.
I will take the goodbye from Chopper, I think. Or the
No.
the mushroom scene from Chopper, I think. That is the key moment for me in Chopper's.
Oh man.
So, what about yours, Kuzo?
I got a few. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, rapid fire.
Can I go first real quick because I want
Yeah,
to
go for it,
yeah.
Matt.
Hop
Go
in.
for it, Matt.
So what I want is the stance. Is that enough said, or I don't know if it gets
You mean
spoilery?
within Laboon?
No.
The
The
standoff?
stance on the stance on Little Garden.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay.
I see what you
I know
mean.
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Good. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. I'll be on my way home soon, so I won't be talking for a few minutes. But when I'm home, I can talk more. So yeah,
Totally
I
okay.
listen
Come
to you
home
guys.
soon, honey.
Totally okay. Kuzo, sorry.
No, that's quite all right. So I want to see the Birdman turning into fireworks. I hope they do that right. I definitely want to see them do a really good job of Chopper and Usopp fighting the Baroque Works members.
Yeah.
I think that fight will be really interesting. There's a lot of weird sort of things happening in that fight, so I think that'll be really fun. You know, with the dog and the baseball bat and the animal person. You know, I think that'll be really interesting. I would really love them to nail the Nakama scene with the X. I think
You
that
get
would
all
be
the best
really...
moments for the others to never
Yeah.
mention them
Let
again.
me run through
Don't forget we
everything.
can't repeat. Don't forget we can't repeat. So don't.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
don't put
god, I'm so
everything.
sorry. I got carried away. You're
Don't
absolutely
repeat.
right.
Don't repeat GB next.
Oh my god,
Okay,
I'm
thanks.
so sorry.
I feel like I'm really excited to see the biggest scale things like Alabasta, not just the way it's going to look, But like for example, the war when everybody is fighting, I want to see like war scenes. You know what I mean? I want to see like
Wow.
crazy scale things. I feel like this is going to be really cool. And also, just I mean, I'm not being very specific with any of what I'm saying, but also just Crocodile's introduction. You know, I want it to be impactful. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm being very vague, but yeah,
Yeah.
You mean that reveal?
yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Can
Martin.
I go next? Oh, never mind.
So there is a scene I really want him to get right, and that is when Crocodile impales Luffy in the desert.
Ooh,
Yes, I was gonna mention.
Because-
Yes.
This is
Oh
cool.
man.
Because it's a horrific scene, and that's what makes it great, because that was the first time when I read One Piece that I really felt dread and fear for our main character. Because beforehand, like, Luffy had a lot of hard fights in East Blue and so on, but like, we were used to that Luffy always wins and is the main character. But in this scene, we see that just his motivation and dreams could not be enough for the Grand Line. And I think, like in the anime, I think they really adapted it good from the manga, like with the, I think it was a red background and so on. So I really love this scene. I hope they make it very good in the live action.
I had
Speaking
to
of that scene,
yeah.
Okay. They originally in the anime they had it, but when they redid it in the movie form, or in, like when I think when they show flashbacks, they take the hook out of this, like they edited out the hook. So I really hope they keep that hook, like in that.
I think
scene.
they will keep it
I
because
really hope, because it's good. Yeah, I love that scene.
The
yeah.
One Piece
They
Network
kept
loves
the
to go
scene
more
with the
dark.
knife.
So yeah.
It's very impactful, but the realistic aspect is kind of complicated because how the fuck do you explain that he survives after that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they've made it so realistic so far, like quote unquote, obviously. But
I can see it.
I'm
Some
just
things. Yeah.
maybe if like they decide to make just the entire like arc longer in the sense of like they stay longer there, so like Luffy actually has to take time to like recover and whatnot. I don't really know how they would do that.
So my take on this is they already foreshadowed that moment in season 1 with Garp holding him up exactly like Croc does later. So I really think they do it something similar like that to completely out dry him and make it clear that he's really near KO. Yeah. Without the whole blood stuff, because yeah, if you take the whole hook through his body, how
Yeah.
Just how.
just how. Lucas, I heard you want to go next.
Yeah, I was gonna say the hook thing. I'm not gonna lie, but I had 2 of them. So, firstly though, Kusaland, I agree. They have to
Yo.
nail Usopp's moment in the desert on the steps. Like that has to be nailed perfectly because it's the first time one of the crewmates. It will be the first time one of the crewmates in the live action says that Luffy's going to be, you know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a moment they have to get it right. But the scene that I need to happen, and this is gonna sound a little is I need Luffy to smack the shit out of Vivi. Like I need it to happen. Because it's such, listen, hear me out.
Yeah.
It's because it's such an important moment. Because he only hits her because she's getting hysterical, and he's like, "Listen, I want to die for you. Let me do it." Like it has to happen.
So this wasn't in your hot take section. Okay.
Yeah.
It is. I feel like it's going to happen. Like he did it with Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he
That
did.
was
Like,
brutal with Kobe.
yeah, it was so fucking funny. I loved it. I feel like this is they're preparing us for this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Vivi to get
Well,
rocked by
hopefully we
Luffy.
get to see Vivi throw a good punch to Luffy too. Then if
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
gotta be equal.
definitely.
It's gotta be equal for gender equality, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure.
Like yeah, because Vivi teach Luffy something and Luffy teaches Vivi something. So either they
Exactly.
go it with the same way, or yeah, something like that. Exactly. Andy Lex,
Yes. The
you another moment maybe?
that I would like. Yes. It's in Drum Kingdom. The when Luffy climbs up the mountain. I think I loved that scene. One of my favorite scenes in the Drum. Like when I saw it in anime, I'm like, wow, that's very. I thought they did it great. I would love to see how they portray, if they even do it, because
Yeah.
because stuff happens in a certain garden, and it all it builds up.
Yeah.
Inyaki's
Um,
performance is going to be really amazing in that, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cube.
Okay, well, I'm happy that you guys did not take this moment. So I'm going to give the quote that needs to be heard in the live action. When do you think people die? When they're shot through the heart by the bullet of a pistol? No. When they're ravaged by an incurable disease? No. When they drink a soup made of poisonous mushroom? No. It's when they are forgotten. That scene
Yeah.
has to be in it. Has to be in it. I'm
A
sorry.
1-to-1.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
Yeah.
gonna be word to
One
word.
to one.
Word to word. It's gonna stay. For
Word
sure,
to word
Scott.
has to be there.
Hashtag Bryan Cranston for hero look.
Totally
Um,
agree.
Now, how are they gonna pull off that guy's hair? Because it goes like in 3 different directions up.
They got this. Did you see Crescent Moon Galley? Did you see Crescent Moon Galley? They're
Yeah.
gonna do this, man.
Yeah,
They
they're
got
gonna
it.
do this totally. Yeah. Maybe we have some fan casting for him already, so we can talk about it later. But Martin, I think I skipped you with this one.
No.
No, it
No?
was the
Okay.
crocodiles.
Okay, okay.
Scene. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I have some fan casts for you. So I will post a picture in the chat here in Discord and for everybody else to see on the stream as well. I hope this will work as I intended it. Let's see the first picture. So I have some pictures from fans from the One Piece live action Discord. Shout out to them, of course. I will provide a link in the description. Go into the Discord because they have the newest news of the One Piece live action. They are like little detectives that search everything like monkeys in the internet and stuff. But these are suggestions from the server, and they are really great. So let's go through all of them and make fun out of it. And this is the first one. It's I can't read it. Let me post it in the Discord first before I read it out. It's just need to find it to send it. One moment. It's this one. It's Adrian Brody as Sir Crocodile. Agree or not? Any opinions on that?
Disgusting. No.
no.
Yeah.
No.
So he's not
Hold on,
manly
let me-
enough, or what would you say?
Hold on, let me find
I
other
can say
pictures
this.
of him.
I can say this because I look like a mayonnaise packet. He's too white to play crocodile. Like,
Okay.
I just don't think he's menacing enough.
yeah, that too.
Doesn't
Okay,
have the aura.
going from Sir Crocodile to another MVP of the arc, it's Whoopi Goldberg as Miss Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's just dirty.
I really like it, really. I would love this.
But
Let me post the
isn't she
picture.
getting a little old now, or she's?
So
she
first
was
of all,
like
she's a
thing
One
in the
Piece fan
90s.
now, thanks to the live action.
Yeah.
She's a One Piece fan.
Oh.
She talked
Oh.
about it on her podcast and on a live TV show that she loves One Piece right now. So maybe she's already in the talks. And
Wow.
yeah, I really can see her as a little cameo in one season, and this would be the way, I guess.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if Oda actually based it on her. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but now that I'm seeing like when you mentioned it, I'm like, wow, that is actually a good cast. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks amazing for the role. I'm not really familiar. I know that she's kind of an icon, but I'm not really familiar with her work, so I don't know if she is used to making that kind of like to have that kind of role that's a little bit, humoristic and whatnot.
She was
definitely.
in some comedy,
You've
yeah,
never,
for sure.
You've never
Sister
seen
Act, I guess.
Sister Act. You've never seen Sister Act.
No.
It's a
Guys,
steak.
I ain't
It's a
gonna
great.
lie.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I hate
Thanks.
I hate to
Appreciate
interrupt. I gotta go. My children are
Yeah,
acting
totally
a fool,
okay.
so I've
Oh.
got I've got to pop off.
Go on, bro.
I will see y'all later.
A
So
few
nice to
seconds
have
for
you.
shout out again for Lucas. Check out his channel.
Yeah.
Check out the last arc. And
Shout out to
yeah,
the
thank
kids
you.
too.
Bye, guys.
bye bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Bye bye.
Apparently,
Okay.
also in a movie called Call Me Claus. So she was in a Santa Claus movie as well.
Oh yeah,
That's kinda
yeah, you're
cool.
right. You're totally right. She's in a Christmas thing. So adding to your theory, Kuzo. So
Yeah.
we have
I thought you were going to talk about Ghost. If you think about it, that movie. I thought you were
Haven't
gonna
seen
mention
that
Oh
one.
yeah, in Ghost as well. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, there would be some One
Mm.
Piece inspiration I can see from Ghost.
So as next
Let's go.
one, I have Simon Farnaby as Dr. Hirolook.
Ooh, that's
Who?
gonna be interesting.
Do you see it, the picture?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He has a very squashed face. Is that the word for it?
Squash.
In because Hirolook has a very long face, adding to his weird hairstyle. But yeah,
For me,
maybe
it's
they
the
do
smell. It
something
has-
like maybe they do something like with Seth, because Seth originally had his mustache in left and right, but in the live action it was just a long mustache with
Mm. I guess if
things.
they change the aspect ratio, then I can see it face wise.
But for me, it's also Dr. Hillock smiled all the time. You know, it's a bit like Garp in the
Mm.
manga.
Yeah.
And I do feel like you need a character that naturally has that smile. You know,
Mm.
it's not
Exactly. I
before.
feel like it's going to be like a lot of it is going to be about the acting. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But we are not only go through the looks here, so yeah.
I feel like Hirolo kind of needs to be played by someone who's a little bit cheeky or a little bit badass, and he just seems a bit too nice.
So you
That's
would
not-
so essentially you would
carry-
you would cast Dr. House as playing Hirolook, right?
Oh
Oh yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that is
Oh my
great.
God.
Yes. Oh,
Perfect.
wow.
Yes.
Oh.
100%. Let's go. Oh my God, that's perfect. Yes.
So another favorite casting of mine would be this. It's Jack fucking Black as Dwarf.
I can see
I mean,
that.
he
I
would.
can see
fit.
that.
Oh,
He
this
would
is
fit.
fantastic.
Oh, he would
Yeah,
so
he'll be-
nail it. Oh,
I
Yeah, he would
almost
do
want
that.
to. I almost want to save him for Black.
You and Blackbeard
can I say the
too.
word? Can I say that? Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, for Blackbeard. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that'd be fun too.
Blackbeard is not. I don't think he's white. Personally.
No, he's no. He's supposed to be like Mediterranean / African. What I remember in one of the. Because there was
He would
some.
fit
I
the
remember
goofy
there was
nature,
there's an old SBS where he talked about some stories about, and he made a connection with a Somalian pirate.
Okay.
So yeah, and when you look at Blackbeard, the curly hair, in the tone now especially, it does seem to be more that descent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's One Piece. You never know. No, I did
No,
not
you
know that
don't.
Lucky Roo. I thought with Lucky Roo just before the live action, he was a white dude.
I
Until
mean,
found out.
Oda only has one skin tone Copic marker. Like this is.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's
So hard
style
sometimes.
at all.
So to not exclude somebody, Martin, your thoughts on the actors right now?
Like honestly, I'm more of a person that doesn't care that much about the look of an actor.
Yeah.
Like more about how
Yeah.
they act. Like I think these suggestions are like okay, Vapo I don't think fits that good, but the other ones looked good at least. Yeah,
I totally
but
agree.
it
It
will
would be the
probably
best
won't
to
become.
yeah.
If
Sorry.
I need to say something about this, I don't know if someone knows this, but does Eminem like One Piece? Does someone know this?
For anal and stuff. So
Hey, listen.
Yes.
The one
That
thing I
would
know
be
about
amazing.
Eminem, all I know about Eminem is he came from 50 Cent in an interview that come like 5-6 years ago. Eminem's experience with 8 Mile has made him disgusted by acting, so he's not a fan of the industry
Okay.
itself.
Okay,
Interesting.
that's sad.
Yeah, that's
I feel
that.
like he'd be probably too old anyways.
Yeah. He would be a great NL. Imagine NL, rap god using.
yeah, would
That'd be.
Yeah, but I would totally agree. It would be best to cast someone that hasn't been really big now, but would fit the role anyway. So they have a new
Agreed.
chance. The budget would be lower and stuff like that. But this is just
True.
funsies for sure. Yeah, not
True,
really.
because
Yeah,
if we have
Agreed.
a lot of like A list or even B list, I'll say A list for now. If we have a bit of them, it will take an impact on the budget. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
next one would be Noah Lalonde as Paulie, and I think that's the model that originally was in that magazine Oda read when he modeled it after him. I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know this
Honestly,
guy, but
Interesting.
I don't know anything about
looks-
him.
Yo, what's
looks,
up with
very-
Polly's shirt? I'll just stop there.
It looks very delicate. I don't know, delicate looking. Like I feel like Paulie kind of has a
rough. He was a
rough.
bit rough.
Yeah, rough.
Scruffy.
Not rough.
Yeah.
But I guess
Even-
this, with the fit and stuff, it could.
Okay,
I
next
agree with
fancy.
GB. Yeah.
Next fancy would be. Let me add her here. Next fancy would be Sofia Di Martino as Queen Otohime.
That would work.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm.
Her face structure,
Yes.
just the hairstyle has to change, but
Yeah, that fits very good. Yeah.
yeah.
And the compassion and the refinement as well.
And
Yeah.
another choke choice that I really loved was this one. It's Maddie Cardaropel is Cardaropel.
Oh, that's
Oh, I've seen this guy before, and I think like in Lemony Snicket or something.
Yeah, in Stranger Things and such. Yeah, he always plays the guy behind the desk. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, or works at the video store.
yeah, exactly.
Can I add one? I don't know for a recommendation.
Yeah,
for,
sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know where I saw this, but I saw there was like I don't know if you heard of this, but there's like a pic of Inaki and Zolo Maridueña from Cobra Kai, one of the main guys, or from
Oh,
Blue
yeah.
Beetle, and like how they could be that's Ace and Luffy and Zolo
Yes,
to play
yeah,
Ace.
I saw the interview they did together, right? They did like
So,
a podcast.
We can kind of
looks so
confirm
good
it
for it.
that he's big in the talks for Ace. So he is
I would
kind
love
of
that.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'd be super
yeah.
down for this guy. Like he's he looks
Yeah.
like
They're already vibing. They look alike and stuff. So
His
they
name's Zolo. man,
He's
come
they
on.
Spanish.
follow each other, and the cast follows him. So it's near confirmed that he will play.
Yeah, in my mind, Ace is definitely Latino. So like, I don't know. To me, it makes so much sense.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Mhm.
I'll say this. I will defend this. Like Drum Island introduction, he had that skull, the Mexican skull, the hat, the
Mhm.
black cowboy hat. It made me think of like Central America, like Mexico or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
he'd be
Yeah.
like native or
Yeah.
like some
Yeah.
type of Latino. Yeah, for sure.
Next meme pick I would love totally would be Greg Davies as Whitebeard.
Oh my god. You have not stopped talking about Taskmasters, man.
Sorry,
It's
I
so
just
good.
had to include that. Sorry. No, but
He would be a great father figure because
Yeah.
like all the contestants are always hugging him as well. And he's
Yeah.
huge.
and he's
He's
huge.
ginormous.
It's
absolutely
he's
ginormous.
gigantic. And he has a great humor as well. Maybe they can put it.
Has anyone
I
ever
would actually
seen
like that.
has anyone ever seen the Game of Thrones, The Mountain?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that guy's-
yeah.
He could play Jozu or Kuma, one of the two.
Mm.
Because he does have I think this pigmentation is a bit like tan, and he has that build with the heavy, the huge. Because they're massive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need
A
a
next
massive
great pick I saw was this one. It's Mark Hamill as as Crocus. Especially these characters that only have a one-time appearance and then way later again. I think characters like these, getting them.
Oda would
like, bigger-
absolutely flip as well, right?
Yeah, if they could get Mark Hamill for anything, like Crocus is
Yeah.
great, but If you could get yeah anything,
Hood is like, here's all my money, take it and go.
I would, but I would also picture like Mark Hamill as like some really OP like experienced character that's like old, like because Mark Hamill's like he's a Jedi and it, like like
As
Obi-Wan kind
Rayleigh.
of. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, like Rayleigh or someone else like
Mark
someone
Hamill ripped,
like...
swimming through a whole ocean. Yeah, why not? Oh
Shout
man,
out
but
to
I-
3-day trip, guys.
Yo, what's
Shout
up,
out to
3-day?
3-day trip.
I feel like the
3DT.
famous actors, that's probably what you were saying. This that the famous actors, it's probably better if they're doing like short cameos to kind of
Yeah.
like bring in some fans, but also kind of make it like a fun little joke, but not really completely take you off the story with like somebody who's too known and is you know there for a lot of time. But he would he'd be great at Crocus, like the
Yeah.
humor and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
For
Yeah.
the next one, I must say I never feared a person more than Joffrey from Game of Thrones, okay? But then came the boys. And this casting really makes sense.
Oh
So-
yes! Oh
so-
man.
I never
Oh my
seen a
God.
character so charismatic and evil at the same time, and he really fits. He can play that type of character so well. So yes, please, this would be perfect.
Oh my god, I
Oh
would
shit!
love
yeah.
that.
This is
And
great.
he's no, he's not Netflix. Ah, damn it, he's Amazon.
Yes,
But yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Yes.
That would be amazing. That and Doctor
Yes,
House, like you
bro.
said.
yeah, and Doctor House, of course. So the next one would be, I think it's the last. No, I have two ones left. It's you made him from a show called. Maybe you can help me. But he played in every single movie of the Guardians of the Galaxy director as well. Nathan Fillion as Smoker.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I
that
like
would be
it.
great.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
nice.
see it.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So
I never
I'm
seen him.
gonna-
Yeah,
I've
he
never
looks
seen him
he
like
looks
playing
nice.
more evil, but yeah.
So I have
I mean, he's not evil anyway, Smoker, you know.
I'm gonna drop a character. Obviously, the person is dead, but that would have been the perfect casting for Rob Lucci. VC chat.
Who?
I'm sorry. The VC
For
chat.
Rob
I think
Lucci.
yeah, for Rob Lucci. I'm sorry, it would be the best thing. And he does turn into a panther in one of his clips, so you know what I mean. Leopard, panther.
Yeah, that's
God.
definitely an inspiration there, I guess. So, and the last joke character that somebody suggested, but I laughed so hard at this, would be Rowan
Oh,
Atkinson
God.
as Borsalino.
Yeah,
would-
he
give
would
him some
know.
shades, give him some drip. Yeah, have him like dressed all fancy.
Oh.
Would be so funny. Yeah,
It would be
that was
pretty
the
hilarious.
fan cast I looked up to. Of course, there is kind of confirmed cast. I will go through it in a video and such. But the real casting comes next year, and we have plenty of time to talk about it. So yeah, just hop over this little topic. But the writer staff, especially, let's begin with Matt Owens, maybe. Who made such things as. So first of all, did everybody of you heard the Matt Owens meets Oda story, or should I quickly tell it so everybody would be on the same page here?
I've heard of
I
that. Yeah, you
didn't.
should
One of
do it.
the when they were eating together
the-
and whatnot. Their first meeting.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
first meeting essentially that he talked about in an interview or in the.
I think
Reverie.
go through it.
Okay, so for a quick catch up there, so he basically, when he heard they want to do a One Piece live action, and Oda was in the talks for them already, he approached Tomorrow Studios, which did previously the failing quote unquote Cowboy Bebop one. And he said, if anybody has to do it, I want to try it because I don't want the One Piece live action to go bad. So I'm, as a fan, want to do it. And Tomorrow Studios approached Oda, and like many other studios, they had a talk about it. And Oda just wants to know the vision. And in the meeting, he was very harsh about it and was kind of
He didn't
how do
open
you
up
say
at
that?
first, eh?
Yeah. He wasn't as convinced as he seemed, essentially, as he really was and such, and was kind of more like his poker face and such. But in the after every Japanese meeting, you go to like eating something or something like that, and in
That's very
this,
common, yeah.
yeah, and in that one they talked about One Piece, of course, and how they became fans and such. And Matt Owens told him that he got got to read One Piece when he had a really bad time and he wanted to unalive himself, essentially, and it was a dark time for him, and One Piece took him out of that, and that's why the story means so much to him. And Oda just reached out to him and said, "I know, now I know you're the part for it." So it was essentially his
Yep.
Straw Hat flashback moment that got him the role of making the One Piece live action. And also, I love that he said that Oda offered him to tell him the end of One Piece, and he said no, he wants to read it in the manga.
Yeah, true fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true
this
fan, really true
story,
fan.
this story is so
Maybe that
beautiful
was
on
a
so
test.
many. What?
Maybe
Yeah,
that
maybe it
was
was
a
a
test,
test.
like the Rayleigh scene in Sabaody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just change it. This thing. Yeah, so Matt Owens, did some of you saw stuff from Matt Owens on the other things as well? He has Instagram. He don't have Twitter anymore or X, but he showed up on some Randy streams as well.
Mhm.
Impressions of
Yeah,
him?
and also in he was also in Roger's Space. He was showing Roger around
Yes.
the set. He seems really nice, right? Just really down to earth. Just an honest fan, and like just feels like one of us.
One of us, yes, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, so from his previous things that he did, he wrote episodes of Luke Cage, Marvels of Shield. That's why the Buggy actor is in there as well, because he was on Agents of Shield. He did Star Wars audio comics. He has a podcast now for One Piece, and on Marvel the Defenders as well. And his big thing, of course, in the production is One Piece.
We are in great hands.
Yeah, turning to the next person, which most of you would know what I'm talking about. Let me just type it in IMDb as well. Of course, I want to talk about Randy Troy as well here.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So Randy Troy is a fellow One Piece YouTuber, and I don't want to say that wrong. Writer, co-writer, and writer for some things. He was a writer. Oh, I say this wrong, probably in English. Sorry, but let me share the IMDb page. How can I turn this in English, please, so I can just read it? But maybe somebody of you can help me out.
The film as well, right? From what I remember.
Yes.
Can't remember the name, but
so first of all, I got to know him as a One Piece YouTuber. I always looked up to him. He's really great in explaining his theories and such. One of his biggest theories is that Law is a sword member and was always a Marine. That's why the connections with Sengok and stuff. And it would also reflect Corazon in a way. And yeah, he did some stuff on Spider-Man Far From Home, on The Dark Knight Rises, 8th Grade, Regression. So he already had foot in the whole industry. But now he's
he's actually also been in the industry since like he's been 12 or something, I think.
Yeah.
So it's about I think he was born in 89. And I think the earliest stuff I saw a while back was in the 2000s or something. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think it was in year
that-
2000, I think. So he would have been doing it from like 12 or something. No,
yeah, dude, that's
sorry,
very cool. That's very weird what you just did. You knew the
Yeah.
year he's born. Sorry, I had to drop that comment, but
I remember some people's age. Yeah.
yeah, man.
But
Sorry.
yeah, okay. But yeah, Randy Troy is one of us, of course, when he makes videos about YouTube, about One Piece in his free time, and now he's a writer on the season 2. So that's a big plus for us, I guess. And yeah, really great. Let me see. He doesn't have One Piece on his list right now.
No,
Very
because it's
weird.
season 2. Because it's
Okay.
not credited yet. So usually you would credit yourself after, I guess.
Okay. That's why. Makes sense. So
But yeah,
let's
he's
add
been in
Randy.
this industry for a long time, and he clearly knows a lot about the world of One Piece. He's also very connected with the fan base, so he's a great person to be in there for sure, like you say.
Exactly. Then we have Steven Maeda, production writer and producer, I think. Is that. How can I turn that site into English? Okay, here it is. Producer, writer, and director. Sorry. I found it finally. And he did stuff on Lost, on Daybreak, on CSI Miami. And we can all agree there are parts from Lost that are really great and parts that are not so great, but it's
No,
mostly known for its
you,
great parts, of course.
you're not gonna slander my favorite TV show of all time. Lost for me is great. Sorry, but my favorite TV show of all time. I won't let you slander in front of my face. You could do it. I'm not here. just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, and I must mention that Randy has a really big One Piece toy collection. Ricky made sure to explain us in great detail why and how big it is really. So he has nearly every One Piece figure at home. So yeah, Steve Maeda. He was also on Salvation, Conviction, Helix, Unforgettable, The Forgotten, Miami Medical. So a lot of TV things. And yeah. Then we have the directors of the episodes. So we have every 2 episodes a new director. The first 2 episodes were from Mark Jobst. He made Marvel's Daredevil, Hannibal TV series, and he was in the Witcher TV series in the first season. And yeah, really great thing. And I think you can see how he managed this thing with Buggy and such. It was really great.
Mm. Yeah, he seems to know his stuff.
Then we have Tim Southam for episode 3 and 4 for the whole Usopp arc essentially. He was writer in The Walking Dead, Lost in Space, American Gods, The Good Doctor even, and Animal Kingdom. And in Bones. Bones as well. Then we have Emma Sullivan. She made episode 5 and 6. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 and 6. He was on Doctor Who, After Tomorrow, Walking to Nairobi. So, big writers here. The Watch, Gone. Yeah. And then for the last 2 episodes, we have Joseph Kubota. I hope I said it right. Vladika. And he was on Narcos, Manos Sucias. Sounds like a Spanish thing. And The Terror. Tokyo Vice. Fear of the Walking Dead also. And Outcast. Yeah, that's the whole cast thing. Anybody wants to add up on that? I think it was just mainly stuff we already talked about. Silence, thank you. Let's turn
I
into the
think we're
best
just
moments
in
for
very
future
good
seasons.
hands.
Yeah. We are heading into the ending anyway, so to keep it fresh and to keep it always end on high points, So let's end off with the best moments for future seasons. So essentially, we're talking about season 3 exclusively, maybe, because 2 is already in the works, but we can wish for season 3 things, and maybe Randy will hear it, and maybe they will do it and stuff. So what would be your biggest thing for season 3 that they should include or really one-to-one or highlight or something like that? GB.
I'm really sorry. Can you just repeat that real quick?
Yes, sorry. So we're heading into the best moments for season 3. That would be Skypiea.
Yes, Skype.
And what would be moments that you definitely want to see in there, or they should add or change or something like that
About Skypiea.
for Skypiea? Yes, because
I
2
feel
is
like
already planned and stuff, but they still talk about what they will do and don't do in the season 3. So
I gotta think about it a little bit. If you don't mind, maybe the others can
yeah,
go first.
totally okay.
Oh,
Uh,
can I?
yeah, sure.
That's for Skypiea there's like several things. I would love to see Jaya. There's certain scenes in Jaya with 2 characters with
Yes.
pies and all that, and what leads to
Mhm.
on the outside. I want to see that, the knock-up stream, and a certain god's reaction to something on Skypiea.
Oh my god. That face, yeah, just the close up.
A really great
Oh,
close-up.
I know now.
Okay.
I was thinking about okay, what do I love about Skypiea? And I was like, okay, Wiper, love the guy, and there is a specific line for my ancestors. Oh God, no, they gotta nail it. This panel goes absolutely crazy. Yeah,
Which
Yeah.
bit was it? Sorry, I missed it.
for my ancestors.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Yes.
panel goes crazy. If
Yeah.
not everybody knows what I'm talking about, I can find the panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, read Skypiea, guys. Definitely read the
Yeah,
manga.
I watched it not so long ago with my mom. Banger. Yeah.
Amazing. Martin.
So, I think some months ago I read a thread about what made people get hooked on One Piece, like when they noticed that there would be no point of return, that they would watch One Piece till the end. And I also talked about this with my friends, and one scene I've seen a lot is I Want to Live from Robin. So I think this could happen in the live action as well. I hope they nail this because it's just such an impactful scene. And if it's good in the live action, probably in season 4, I think they will produce a live action till the end.
Yeah, I really
This
think
will be the
season.
point where
Yeah.
One Piece will get through the roof.
Yeah, I really think season 2 has many points that many people say it's one of the best in the beginning. But you're right, the part of I Want to Live is really one of the top 5s for everybody, of course. And this would maybe it is equal to the season 3 of Game of Thrones, where it all took off and it got into a whole phenomena. It was just a TV series before then, and this would be equal to that, I guess, because it was a big impact for sure. Is Math there still, or already, or not, or okay? Maybe
I
we
think
pray that he will appear, but Cube.
So for me, and it's even though it was not like that in the manga and the I want the. So I'm trying not to spoil, but so I hope you guys will get it. You know when they go in Skypiea and they find this place where there are a lot of gold, and they're
Yeah.
reading certain messages, and then there's a message from a certain. I
Mm.
want that I want this to be heard as a monologue with that person's actual voice. It would be so powerful.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes,
I,
please.
I hope you guys got the cryptid message. I was trying to
Yeah.
be as clear as possible.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. But yeah,
I got you.
honestly, I think that would be so. Because I remember when I was young, because reading One Piece 2002, this was one of the first moments where I was like, my God, everything is full circle in this story. It is ridiculous.
I feel like they have to find ways throughout this live action to bring back more clearly some things about this one character you're talking about, because I feel like with the manga and the anime it's kind of different because we're used to having those characters, very legendary characters, appear like once and us still
Yeah.
liking them. So I feel like they probably will definitely do that kind of stuff to make the newcomers like also get attached and hyped about this one legendary character. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Kuzo.
I'm gonna be a little bit materialistic. I want to see the picture book. I think that would be really cute. And then I really hope that they sell it as merch. I think that would be really nice.
But we really saw
Um,
the picture book already in season 1.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Oh, with
Yeah.
Sanji flashback?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And the
Yes.
Baratie when
No,
Oh, I
without-
totally
Yeah.
missed it.
Yes.
It was in the live action. Nami read about the story, and Luffy said, "Oh, what a fun!"
Oh, no,
Yes,
you're right.
yes.
You're right.
Okay, you know
Well,
what?
I
You know
want the
what? Kuzo,
physical
Kuzo,
thing.
Yeah,
Kuzo,
yeah,
Kuzo.
sure.
Kuzo, if you want,
Yo.
say dials. Say dials. Say dials.
Nah, I'm more hyped about the flashback.
Yeah, no, I know. I accept. But it is a part.
No, but yes, the dials would be really interesting. But
Yeah.
in terms of set design, just because they did such an incredible job of the Going Merry, I would love to see the Arc Maxim.
Oh
Oof.
yes,
That would
the
be
arc
absolutely
If
awesome.
if it's not gold to the point that it's blind your eyes, I'm not happy. That thing in the anime was so gold it would blind anyone's eyesight. I'm sorry, it was so
Nah,
gold.
you have to go next level. It has to be actual gold.
Yeah.
The whole
They
thing.
blow all the budget on that.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
Marv wouldn't watch it if they don't
Yeah,
go it.
exactly.
If
I
they,
will.
yeah,
I will
totally,
boycott it.
sure.
Yes.
And every toy that you can buy from the One Piece live action should be in totally gold as well, right?
Yeah, I want the.
Oh
I
yeah,
want
and
the
it
real
has to
life
be
mod
masked
action.
face.
Arc Maxim. Oh my god. Well, I'm home now. Probably can
Welcome
hear the difference.
home.
Hopefully.
So you're we missed some topics, Marv. For example,
Oh, it's all right. Just keep going.
what is your moment for the future of the One Piece live fiction over season 2, season 3 or 4 kinda? What would be a moment that they really need to adapt right?
I mean, hit the bell.
Yeah,
and,
that one.
And why they do that and hit the bell? Also hit the bell for Desnes' channel and subscribe and like the stream.
That was a nice pivot, man.
transition.
That was
yeah.
so smooth.
Oh, you gotta pay him.
I would love to say I'm a professional, but that would be a lie.
He's a professional unprofessional. So
Exactly.
yeah. So thank you all for being here. We're ending this here nice and clean. And quick shout out for everybody again. For
Wait,
sure.
it just ends now that I'm here?
Yeah.
Like, oh no. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
We see oh my god, Martha's here. Let's go quickly from here. So
yeah, I got the impression, yeah.
No, we
Oh,
waited
man.
for you to come back.
Oh,
Also,
that's so
a quick
nice.
shout out I want to do is checking out Pork Chop Rice and Peaches channel, because they dropped the first video of his dad watching the. So now his dad watched the live action, he watched the anime of the East Blue, and now he read the manga of the East Blue, and he's talking about the different things and such. So his dad goes all in with that, but I hope I'm writing the channel right. But other than that, SO Pork Chop Rice.
Apparently his mum also watches as well, so it's like a whole family affair.
Yeah, definitely. I wrote it wrong, damn it. SO and then Pork Chop Rice and Peach.
Imagine the mother and father become Zoro and Sanji fans, respectfully. The feud in the family would go different.
Yeah, okay, so
link doesn't work. I don't know.
does oh no. Okay, then I put it in manually. Sorry. While we are doing that, GB can say where we can find your stuff.
Where we can find myself? I guess you put the link of my link tree on the chat at some point.
Yes.
But yeah, I do webtoon, and I have a few YouTube videos as well. And yeah, I'm working on some cool stuff. But yeah, anyways, the others.
What we all want to know is, do you make more reactions with your mother in the future?
I actually hold on, because okay, so when um the live action came out, we were not in the same place. I was with my brother,
Hmm.
and he did not want to film reactions, and I also kind of wanted to be able to live this, with myself, just not feel like it's for content, right? But when I came back, and I met my mom after that, we rewatched together for the first time, and I did film like the Baratia episode of us rewatching it for the first time together,
Mhm.
and I just never finished editing it just because
Ooh.
I had too much other stuff to do. But
Okay.
so yeah,
So
sorry for
maybe
that.
content for the future. Yeah, why not?
Maybe in the future.
So
We
let's head
expect to
to
see it next week.
yeah, next week. You have 1 week. But
No,
I think you
no, I
but
have so much things to do.
but
Oh
I
no,
think
that's
I think
terrible.
you can't get it done this year. So you have to skip this year and try
Yeah,
it next year.
I'm getting
Yeah.
until season 2 comes out.
Okay, head into Cube and the TLA, of course. Shout out to Cube and Lucas and the TLA itself.
Hey, so guys, I'm Cube, the historian of the last arc, also as the secretly known as the Red Insurgent of the Revolution Army, located right now in Locktown. And like I said, so like Desnes said, you can play, but Lucas is a plug on TikTok. It's at Straw Hats Lucas. Also check out his stuff. And on TLA, like I usually handle the streaming. So we usually stream on Saturdays. Well, now it's end of the year, so nothing till 2024, which is next week. So not that long of a break, but it's okay. But yeah, you can find me there, and it was great chatting with all the goats in here.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Heading on to Martin. Should I share your Instagram link as well?
Why not? I mean, if you're interested in card games, you can follow
Yeah.
me. If not,
Mhm.
then just do what you want.
You also have deck lists of the winners as well. So
Oh yes, that's true. So if you're interested in One Piece card game things, I post deck lists from our winners from our tournaments regularly on the site.
and you teased
Ooh.
us with maybe you want to do more. What would that look like, Martin?
Like I don't know yet, but what we wanted to do is start a channel for the games in our store on our tournaments, so we can
Yeah.
upload the games from the finalists. And I honestly just can say that I really liked the stream. It was the first stream in my life I did, and thank you, Desnes, for inviting me. It was very fun, and yeah, I just liked it. Maybe I will have the intention to do more. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Amazing. Thank you. And then heading off to Marth. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you finally
Um,
arrived to say goodbye. So
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, to everyone who is listening, I swear I have more to say than I did in this stream. Like, I really wasn't able to
it
talk
isn't like we
much
have
today.
4 or 5 streams with you in the video, so you can watch the previous streams where he was in, and
Yeah, I'm
you
always
can hear.
spitting fire, guys. I swear, it's like it's the best. Only like definitely no trolling ever. So yeah, check out my channel, YouTube channel, Tainted Marth. That's Marth with a 4. One Piece series. I'll upload a little travel vlog when I was to Japan in the next weeks as well. Also, I'll be unboxing, if that's the right word.
Yeah.
Like a whole card pack, booster box or whatever.
It's
like,
a display of OP05, so yeah.
It's OP05, yeah.
So he will pick out the Luffy, I guess.
Let's
Guys,
go.
if you've never been on a Marth, a Tainted Marth's unboxing, you have to be there. It's an experience like never before.
Bruh, it was one until now.
That's
Okay, so yeah, I'm
hysterical.
probably gonna do that on the 30th or the 31. We'll see. So yeah, that's what I have
somewhere
to say.
there. Okay,
But yeah, thanks for
awesome.
having me, and nice to meet all the people here.
Andy Lex.
I consider I'm Star Knight Andy Lex. I'm working on a new theory. It should be out sometime in January. And yeah, it's Cube, Kusoland, and Marth know a little bit about it. I told them I'm always talking about it with them. And yeah, I hope you all get to see it. I upload theories and live reactions. I just reacted to the newest chapter yesterday of the manga, and it was pretty hype. What a way to end the year.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
The man's
I'm so-
crazy. Check him out.
Yeah, I like to. I kind of like, yeah, I like the a tinfoil hat. I got a tinfoil straw hat.
Yeah.
Oh, you
And,
should make that.
yeah, maybe before someone does it. But yeah, I'm so glad to be on here with all of these amazing people, and thanks for having me on your Desnes. I would love to be on again. Yeah.
Sure. And
Yeah.
in the same sense with Kuzo as well, after that, check out the Junk Records for sure. You can see collaborations between us creators and even more in the future, I hope. And yeah, we will do little and bigger collaborations. And we already planned something for 2024. So yeah, check out our Junk Records channel. And yeah, Kuzo, any last words?
Happy New Year!
Oh yeah, right, you're right. Happy New Year. We don't hear us until the next year, so yeah, it will be a great year like 2023, I guess. With more One Piece stuff, more live action, more anime, more manga, especially more anime. And I hope a new video game is already on the way because they teased it this year. So yeah, let's see. So thank you guys again for being here. I just need to SO Kuzo again. And yeah.
Also, a happy belated birthday to Tony Chopper. It was his birthday 3 days ago. People don't forget.
Oh, yeah, 24th.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a Christmas boy, for sure. Yeah. So thank you, all of you in the stream, who chatted and stuff. Thank you. We will be in the next year again together, with hopefully other people as well that didn't show up today, sadly, but that doesn't matter. If we just can get them here at any time in the future, it's totally right. So thank you for watching, and let's set sail. And